There we go. Okie dokie. There we are. There we are. Right. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think that looks all right there. Oh, doobity doo doo. There we go. Right then. Let's see. I think everywhere's going live. Let's. Oh, that's my hand in the way. Sorry, people. There we go. Right then. Let's just blip blip blip. Let's try and find where I am. Where are we going today? Let's have a look. Oh, there we go. There we are. Sorted. Hi, Louise. Hi, Ruth. Hello. Right, let me just write hiya in there, just so I'm here to say hello to you lot. Oh, hello. What's all that about? Oh, crumbs. Gold nose. Oh, there we are. I'm back. There we go. Sorted. Right then. Hi, Jan, Lindsay, Carol. Welcome aboard. Eva, hi. Rach, Ali. Hello. I am a little late myself. Well, I say late. I'm actually on time, but I'm late is what I normally am. So I'll just let you all load on, say hello and all the rest of it. Hi, Bernie. Bernie, I've got your thing at mine. It's ready. I did message you a few days ago. Hi, Sylv. Hello, sweetheart. Rachel, hi. Mom, hello. Okay. Hello, everybody. Yes, indeed. I feel like I'm going to sneeze, so I do apologise if I do. I've been playing. I have posted this out, but you know, somewhat it's growing on me. I need to play around with petals more. Hi, Nettie. Definitely, I've got to play around with the pace a little bit. But hi, Marie. Hi, Joke. I just love that. Hi, Joke. Yeah, so I am playing around with some techniques. But yeah, I am loving this textured paste. This is a smooth textured paste. I've just got to get the consistency a little bit more, and then I've got it. But I thought, you know, so I actually want to put something down so it looks like a flower coming off, you know, as you do. Hi, Caroline. Hope you're well, sweetie. Right, so I have got, what have I got? I've got the Facebook group on the big tablet, and then I can sort of see you guys up here. So hi to you guys and hi to you guys, as you do. Now, tonight, I'm going to put that out the way now. Hi, Susan. So that's out the way, done and dusted. Right, so tonight, woohoo, I've already prepped a bit of, oh, it's actually dry as well. I've just put some acrylic on, some, I say, medium-sized tags sort of thing. I had a job finding me on YouTube. And well, I'm definitely here. At least you found me, that's the main thing. Before I crack on, our mum's been busy making and creating, so there's not only me that's having a mad one in the house. There's some new stuff under here. I'll show you in a minute though. Right, so I'm going to be at the Lincoln show on Sunday with our Nigel, Nice Crafting, and I've got loads of bits and pieces to take with me. Hi, Lisa. Hope you're well, sweetie. And look what Mum's been making. Aren't they just divine? I see felt legs. You see felt legs? You do indeed. So this is my favourite. Hello. I love these. So Mum, as I tell you what, I don't know if she does it, but I mean, flipping heck. Look at this. I mean, look how cute are these. So if you are wanting one, give me a shout. There's going to be I'm going to take a variety with me. I mean, these are, if anybody wants these ones, I'll fight you for this one. But yeah, give me a shout. We're probably looking at around the £10 mark. This one's huge. I mean, look at this. So this one's got, Mommy's very clever. She is, isn't she? This one's even got frilly pants on to match. I mean, how adorable is this? And she's got her hands in her pockets, chilling. So, and now this one doesn't have a mouth. Maybe you can put your own on. These are like, you know, it's one of them. But, so Mum's been making these. So she's got like the dolls, but I do love the rabbits. So I'm gonna take a few with me anyway. So if anybody wants any, give a shout, right? But so yeah, so they've got hands. The hands do come out the pockets, by the way. Hi. So there's a little plug for me, Mum. The apple doesn't fall from the tree. Well, crikey, you ain't wrong there. Trust me. It's not just crafting either. I don't know. That's all I'll say. So yeah, so she's sitting over there, but I absolutely love these. How gorgeous are these? Absolutely gorgeous. So, I mean, oh gosh, look, they're just divine with the little flowers. I don't know how she does it, but there you go. But yeah, they're all hand stitched, all handmade. Bless her cottons. So yeah, so there's Mum's plug. So please, 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 if you do, PM me or just message me. Yeah, I'm going to be taking a selection to Lincoln and the motorcycle museum as well. So there'll be little things. Are you doing a craft show? She might as well do a craft show. I think she's shy. She just gives Liz show these sort of things. So yeah, I'd love her to do a craft show. I think we both need to do a craft show. So yeah, I'm going to put these out the way because the last thing I want to do is get paint on them, but they are gorgeous and I love them to bits. Right, so tonight, let me just say a quick shout out to everybody. Sylvia, no, I can't say. I'll say Rosa. Denise, hi. Ingrid, hi. Annie's, hi. Carol, hi. Bless you. Oh, Gillian, hello, sweetie. Hope you're all well. Bless, bless, bless. Right, so, we comment. Oh, there we go. Are you going to a craft show? No, I going to the craft show. I'm going to Lincoln and I'm doing the motorcycle museum. So I've got two. I'm not doing Lee. So I'm doing I'm on holiday. I'm in Cyprus. I need the break. I have got all the craft stuff ready for the Lincoln show. So that's all the bits I'm taking with, and I've got half. Well, I've got majority I've done for Birmingham as well. So I'll be taking some of the journals, the books, everything else, bits and bobs, and obviously now some of Mum's bits and pieces as well. So let's crack on with tonight. So I'll give you a little taster of these two items. Now this is a new stencil, and this is a new stencil, and these are. I've got to look with the show. I think you're going to the Lee. Oh, fabulous, Caroline. I'm not going. Nigel will be at the Lee one though, so he'll have some bits and pieces. So I've got some Pink Frog card ready. So this is the 300 GSM. Talking of Pink Frog, I'm on tomorrow 4 till 5 on Pink Frog, and I'm going to be making this. So I'm going to show you how to make this in the frame, and I'm also going to make a card to go with it. So it's going to have a little gift card with it, sort of thing. I'll do a different version of this. I might have done a different technique, but I am going to be using this Daisy stamp. This is adorable. So just watch out for tomorrow. I'm on Pink Frog on their Facebook page. Still haven't sussed out the YouTube yet, but I'm working on it. So this is what I've got. So let's get that out the way then. So I have got some Pink Frog Super Smooth, as I said. This is the A5 sheet, and what I've done with these is I've folded them 2 in half to give me some little A6 sheets. And then depending on what I create, I've got those 2 as well. Hi Beth, hi Karen, hi Luz. Let's just pop them out the way. So there's going to be some fabulous offers on as well with Pink Frog tomorrow when I'm doing the demo. So look at that, you've seen Funky Fossil. Woohoo! So I am delighted to be showing you. I mean, look at this. How gorgeous is this? So I've embossed this, as you do. But we've got, I've been sent these beautiful stencils. I love this stencil. Absolutely love this stencil. Then we've got, so this is a lovely double one. We've got this lovely heart, and then you've got, look at this, these like the overlays, and you've got the little hearts to line up, so you get them all lined up beautifully. So again, I mean, the pattern on that is absolutely gorgeous. So that's something else to be. Oh, my mind's boggling with this, honestly, especially with this textured paste. It goes from like one extreme to another with me. Good Lord. So there's that, and then I mean, look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? Oh, there's no name on this one. They look very much like oh gosh, dahlias. So that's how I coloured it in on this one, and then I just put a little bit of shimmer over the top of it. How gorgeous is that? So yeah, I love that one. So I might be doing something with that. And then you've got this lovely pattern, again, another abstract sort of thing where you've got the 2 sheets, and you can use them individually if you want, but can you just imagine the colours and depth, and then adding that additional layer on, you know? So again, I think that's absolutely fabulous. So, and then, oh, wait till you see these stamps. Love them to bits. So this one is called Flower Dance, and I'm probably going to be using these tonight, to be fair. I've already got something in my head, but I mean, look at these silhouette images. Aren't they gorgeous? The shape and the movement on those are absolutely fabulous, and the flowers are absolutely divine. That looks very poppy-esque, and then you've got the petals there. So that's Flower Dance. So I'm going to be doing something with that. And then look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? So you've got this beautiful detail with this cat, and I know there's a lot of cat lovers on here. Hi, Sharon. And then look at this detail on the bee with the flowers. How gorgeous is that? And then I love this with the lattice. And like, this is very, very tattooy for me. And then that's the one I used here where I just embossed it. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. And then you've got like this, it's like a little wren. Oh, absolutely divine. But I mean, look at that. I mean, even if you take away and you can just see this detail here, I mean, just can you just imagine that as a repeater? That would be brilliant, that would. And then we've got some just some folk alphabet. That one was called Folk Garden, folk alphabet to go with it. So we're going to be having a play with these, which I think is absolutely fabulous. So I am going to start playing around. I'm not going to do any embossing. Well, I don't know as I go along, you know me. Hi, Kimberly. I mean, look, I just love the way the paste went on this. Absolutely gorgeous. The texture on that is just divine. Absolutely divine. Love it. I'm just inspired, full stop, end of story. So let's have a little play around. So I think what I want to do is I'm probably going to put one of these lovely ladies. Well, I say a lady, it is a feminine shape, even though you can see a little sort of bit of a chest area in that. I'm going to say feminine because that's how I feel with the curves and the movement on it. I think it's lovely. So I just want to pop down. Oh, let's have a look. I'm thinking, let's see. That's quite a, I don't know. Let me investigate. I love new stamps. You know, when you, hi Theo. Ugh. You know, and you just rip that back bit off and it's like, oh, fresh new stamps. I better get something that resembles a block. And it's got to be a decent sized block to carry. Yes, that'll carry them. Excuse the state of my block. You can tell I'm just like proper adult clean. Shocking. So what are we, this one's like a proper crazy image. I love this. Okay, and I'm going to get the A5 size because to hold that you're going to need a decent, absolutely fabulous. I love it. And then I can build up off that. So let's first of all let me move the carnage. See the wood from the trees and all that malarkey. So let me pop this down first of all. Now, me being me, I've got some daft in my head, as you do, and it might involve a bit of textured paste. But then again, I've also got some of this gorgeous, the Stella paste. So we've got twinkles, we've got sort of, now I wouldn't say this is a grit, checkmate, but I just love the way this goes on. And then, of course, this is absolutely fabulous stuff. The glitter and the pop on this is brilliant. Hi, Natalie. Welcome. Hi, Laurie, Sharon. Oh, honestly, they are totally, Caroline. Absolutely fabulous. Now, I know Sarah's not very well at the minute, so apologies if I'm sort of jumping the gun. But I'm going to presume that these will be available. If not, they will be available very, very soon. Now, I am going to, God help me, I'm going to do black, as you do. So I am using VersaFine Nocturne. And it is still quite a juicy stamp. A juicy pad for the juicy stamp. It's always nice when you get a nice juicy, isn't it? It's horrible when they just start to run out and it's like, oh gosh, can't see what's going on. So I'm going to pop her right bang in the middle. Well, as middle-ish as I can get. So I'm going to go about there. There we go. Now, this one was Flower Dance. So she's dancing. Romancing. Do. Now then, that was a bit of a Nolan's moment. That was. Hi guys, hope you're well. Let's have a, there we go. Dub. There we are. Let's have a look. Oh yes, I'm liking that. Right, okay, I'm going to mine that one off there. Now then, in my little head, poor little thing that it is with its one brain cell, I am looking at, yeah, definitely. I'm looking at that. So I want to dry that off for starters. There we go. Now there is method in the madness. Well, somewhere along the lines anyway. I want to make sure this is dry as best as I can get it anyway. And I'm not too worried about the card peeling. It's going to do all sorts of daftness. Hi Sarah. Brenda, hope you're well. So, and if it ain't dry, I'm not too worried about it, if I'm honest. It's one of those moments in life where I think, oh, what I've got in my head, it'll work either way. If I can see it, if I can't see it, whatever, I'll go with it, sort of thing. Right, so I've got the Versamark, and I am now going to put her little dress on. Well, her lovable little sort of, there we go, skirt, I suppose. Am I saying that correctly? Yes, skirt, flowery skirt, whatever not. Now, depending if you're really feeling like in the way, you could also do it as an uppie. Is your YouTube not work? Is YouTube not working? What? Well, you're commenting on YouTube. Oh. So I don't know. You tell me. Stella Panton and Chris, is YouTube not working? Well, you're on YouTube, so I presume it's working. And if not, the group's on, so pop yourself over onto the group. So my YouTube should be working because I've just seen a comment come up on it. So I'm not too sure what you're saying there, if I'm honest. Anyway, let me just put a little bit of, let me find something that would resemble some embossing powder. Clear gloss, right then, let's see. Okay, well, it's cracking. Oh, okay, hello, yes, it's working. There you go. Go in, go out then if it's cracking for thee. I'm afraid to say there's not a lot I can really do about it. I'm going mad. Not as mad as me, trust me. Oh dear. Let me get a piece of paper. Here we go again. I feel like I do a magic trick every time I pull a piece of paper out of that pack. We've got a picture, but not all that chat appears. Oh, well, sometimes I don't see all the chat, unfortunately. Again, there's not a lot I can do about it. Now, I've got a lovely blast of, like, it's here, it's there. I don't really care because I'm going to be putting paste on it anyway. So all I want is an idea of that, the skirt and that lovely bit, because, let me just get this out of the way. Voila. That's what I want to do with this. But for the purposes of, yeah, I can see roughly where it is. So like I say, I'm not too worried. I know some of you guys at home will go, oh, but I want to see that. Yeah, I'm sure, but I'm okay because it's not how it's going to end up. It's crackling for you. There we go. Then just log in, log out then. Oh. Well, I've got nothing else on apart from the usual. We just try this off anyway. Hi Jennifer. Hi Alan. This is why I go from two platforms, because if one goes down, you've got the other option. Oh, I tell you, I quite like that effect that's given. Yes, very nice. Perfect. There we go. Yeah, so this is why I go from two platforms, because at the end of the day, if anything does go wrong, you can always jump onto Facebook. Right, so she is actually, we've got a lovely resist on there. We've got some going up, some going down. Like I say, I'm not too worried about it. Log in and out don't give an improvement on the TV, as hence move to phone, which is slightly better. There we go. Sorted. I'm glad somebody knows what they're doing. I clearly don't. I'll just press play and then look at the comments. If I get a comment through, I know you're working. Oh, hi Nessie. Welcome to the madhouse. Right then, so I'm going to do a background because that little bit I'm doing towards the end part. and then I can let it dry. And on it, isn't she just? These images are absolutely divine. I'm going to plant these around as well, but I mean, just look. I mean, you could do these as a hat, maybe. I mean, come on. How much fun can you have with these? How gorgeous. How absolutely gorgeous are these? So this is Flower Dance. This is stunning. I'm going to pop it over there because, as I say, let me get a background on. So I'm going to use some oxides as a bit of a... what colours am I going to... Now, I'm normally in the blues and me watch it. So let's do something dangerous today. Let's do a bit of Ripe Persimmon. Let's see where that takes me. Oh, I tell you what, we'll have a bit of that. Bit of that. We'll go Ripe Persimmon, Bandon Coral, bit of that, and I tell you what, I want to try this ink. I keep looking at it. Hi Martine. Just went to Facebook and sound was much better there. Possibly too close to the YouTube microphone. Oh, I'll tell you what then. Hold on then. Let me reverse you back then. Let's put that there. Okay. I said a lot. It's all right, Chris. Don't worry. Let's bring you up here a little. Now maybe that's a bit better. I don't know. Let's try that. Let's see. There we go. Let's move you guys over here a bit. There we are. So I've moved phones around and I've moved bits and bobs. There we go. Okay. So I'm hoping that might help a little. I don't know. It could well be. The microphones are close together. I don't know. Good thinking, bad think. Let's bring this one down a bit. There we go. I don't think the stamp set is available anymore. It's a new release. It might not even be put on yet, but it's coming. Right then, so there we go. Right, Ripe Persimmon. Let's start with that. Let me get a brush or something that's useful that I can use, like that maybe. No, I'll tell you what. Let me just bring the whole thing over. Right. Oh, there we go. Right. Okay. Right, let's see what we've got on here. Does that look orangey? Yeah, that looks orangey. That'll do. Let's put me stash of bits over there. Okay, so. Oh, I feel like I haven't done this forever. Made a bit of a mess on a card. Wow. Does feel weird. Love it though. Right, let's get some strong colours on. You'll suss it out as I go along. Let's get some strong colours on as the background. Bear in mind this is the background, so don't worry too much and think, oh, I don't know about that lace. It ain't going. You probably ain't going to end up seeing this. To be fair, well, don't know. You might do, but it's going to be one of them. Let me just. What we got here? Pink, red. That looks like a red. Oh, Nanny Chris, that's going to stick with her. That is, you know. Love it. Right, Abandon Coral, it is quite a potent colour, but it is a gorgeous colour. Let's just bring that in, lovely. Do love this. Such a strong, striking colour. Right, let's bring that into there. Let me just, hopefully you guys can all see okay. Yep, there we go. Hi, Fee. Hope you're well, sweetie. So that's a bit of Abandon Coral going on the town. There we go. Can you do a demo on how to reverse stamping, please? There's loads of them on my I think I've got about nearly 180 reverse stamping, reflections. There's loads on there, so feel free to have a look around. Absolutely. Hey sis, how's my little Meggie monster? Lots of sloppy kisses. Boom, boom, boom. So we have definitely got a nice little balance on there. Now then, here we go. Gathered twigs. Lisa's got an ink. This can get frightening. Me and ink, I don't know. And I'm going to use the same brush. I'm not into this swapping brushes nonsense. Crikey. Whatever damage happens with one brush happens with them all. Let's see what we get. Right. Okay, so let's see what carnage we can create. Now, all you've got to remember is just build it up. Now, I have got ink on the top, rightly or wrongly. Don't know, we'll see. We will see. But I'll tell you what, I'm actually liking the bounce off that. And just remember, if by any small chance you want get a bit of right persimmon back on, let's just pop a little bit more through. Let's get that layer on. Maggie Moo is good, happy and beautiful. That's what I like to hear. She's always beautiful. Absolutely stunning she is. Oh, bless the little cottons. Okay, this ink's yep. Ah, dear me. Dear. Why do I do it to myself? You see, I think to myself, oh, if that ink's all right, then I wonder whether something else is. And then, you know, before you know it, I've got another set of something else. Ah, gosh. Right, so, right persimmon, lumberjack, and abandoned coral. And then I've done an ink. Oh, no. Gosh, shocking that it is. I've done an ink. Damn. Well, I'm going to see what it looks like now with a bit of something on the go. So, let's put that there. Look at the shine on that. Love it. Right, okay, let me make sure everyone can see what I'm doing. Let me just, I'm altering you lot in the Facebook. So there we go. Hopefully that's better. Is the crackling still gone, or are we all okay now? Yes, indeed, gorgeous colours. That reminds me of a sunrise somewhere. Twos and tack. Yeah, definitely. Right, so I'm now going to add a bit of textured paste onto this, but I want to put some droplets on it first. And I'm going to do water because I want to see, well, I know how my oxides are going to react. I just want to see what this ink's like, if I'm honest with you. It's much better. Ah, there you go. Maybe it was then. Oh, yes, indeed. Gosh, that was fabulous, that was. Maybe it was down to the microphones, maybe. Learn something new every day, folks. Every day is a learning day. Don't care who we are in life, we all learn something. Crackle still there. A little. Okay. Well, a little is better than like Korea and going on to Facebook, isn't it? So, good. Okay, that's all right then. As long as we're resolving it slowly, that's the main thing. Okay. Right, so just a bit. Okay, that's good then. Well, a bit's better than nothing. So we've put some water on, just water. And to be fair, the oxide and the ink has been fine. And my brush is still alive. It hasn't dissolved. It hasn't melted. It hasn't fell apart. And I can still use it. So this, don't use inks and don't use oxides. Yeah, right. That's quite fine. My brush hasn't fell apart. So I am now going to put a bit of textured paste on. So I need to get a bit of textured paste first of all. Oh, crumbs. Let's put that there. So this is my block. This is where it's going to get fun. I'm going to use some smooth. Let me just grab me bit out. Now then, I'm going to plonk a bit here. Okay. Now, it's whether or not. No, not yet. It hasn't. I keep different ones for my verse. Oh, fair enough. Well, I can't. No. Well, I'm going to try it. They all do the same, and they're all mixed together. That's the way I see it. They all mix together, so there you go. Now, I am going to, dare I say it? Oh, shall I? I'll tell you what. I'm going to put some dinkles on, or dinkles in. I want to try it. So I'm going to put some dinkles in the paste. Let's see if that's done anything. So let's have a look. Oh. Okay. Yep. That'll do for me. Let's put some more in. I want more colour than that. Very nice. Okay. So dinkles and textured paste works. The crackling is not stopped. Okay. Like I say, there's nothing I can do about it. I did try. If it's something that you can't do, feel free to pop yourselves over onto the Facebook group page, because they're all happy in there. Pam's in there, Susan, Lynn, Linda, Denise. The first show I watched, you reverse stamp, never picked it up before. Oh, okay, rightio, hello. Nicole, Kim, Fee. Oh, there's loads in there. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Right then, so, oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I quite like the fact that we've still got the little bits roaming around in there with the dinkle. So stuff still hasn't blended. So let's see what we can do. Now, this is going to proper look a bit of a weird one, but you know something, I don't care. I want to see the contrast of the different colours. I want to see how it dries, and I want to see what it looks like. I'm not hearing any crackling. Okay. My mum won't either because she's deaf. And choose quality. Click on settings and choose quality. Stopping. It's not stopping my urge. Right, I can't click on anything while I'm on a live. If that was aimed at me. And I didn't know if after all that blinking what's it with the Spotify Shopify thing, flipping heck. That was definitely one of them moments. Right, I want to just move this around a little bit, as you do. And the thing, oh yeah, I'm definitely getting blobs of this, that and the other now. Love it. Right, I'm just going to put that on there. Let's just put that through here. Love it. If I already got crackling, the quality setting may help. Oh, may help them. Oh, there you go then. Sorry, my bad. My keyboard is trying what it wants. Oh, it's all right. I get that as well. Fabulous. Usually fairies, possession. Righty-ho. Right, so I must say I do quite like that. While I've got this little bit of blue left, I am just going up. So I've got these prep. This is only acrylic on here, just acrylic paint. I just want to just pop that on there. I don't waste, you see. I knew somewhere along the lines I'd be plonking something down somewhere, and there'd be. So I must admit, I'm very impressed with the dinkles going into the paste. It gives a lovely colour. Very nice. Okay, so there's that. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, the contrast is absolutely fabulous. Love it. So let me put that. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to wipe it. Hold on, brain cell. There we go. Da, da, da. Let's get that off there. Okay. So I should have put that and wipe that onto something. That would have been a nice little bit of backing. But yeah, okay, let's put that over there. Perfecto. Right then, are the dinkles like? Yeah, they are definitely. Dinkles, brush hours, powder, micro, whatever. Yeah, they are indeed. Oh, look at that, cleans off lovely as well. It's like I've got a foam bath on the go. Crikey. Anyway, let me just. Let's swap my pad over. Now for this now, I am actually, because I'm loving it that much with that blue, and obviously this going into the white paste has changed that sort of depth on here. So what I'm going to do, I'm not too worried about the bow or anything like that. So I'm going to get, whether you've got brush hours or dinkles or whatever, I am just going to just add a little bit more colour into this. Now this stuff is like, gosh, a little bit goes a long way, and my goodness me, it does. Seriously, I've probably got it everywhere. So if I put water now, I've probably got blue everywhere, but it's okay, I'll live with it. Water, there we go. This reminds me of Tales of the Unexpected. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Right, let's add a bit. Now this is Pink Frog, and obviously this isn't dry. I love it. I'm just making a right I love making a mess, absolutely, as you can tell clearly. Oh yay, So look at that now. Let me just get that on here. Whoa, don't want to lose that. Right, now. However, I do want to just dab that out. Wow. We've got some craziness there. Let me just dab that into there. And I did say to you, with that backing colour would probably go. And hey ho, look at that. It's going. But the textured paste isn't dry yet. So if you're doing something like this, you just be mindful. Let me just give it a blast. I mean, look at that. I've soaked all that water up. So you've got textured paste. You've got the wetness of that. As well as the fact that I've just drowned it. Let me just plug that back in. There we go. Right then. But you use a good quality card. You know it's going to stand it. Now the curve on this is because of the wet textured paste, but just hold it down as you go and it'll straighten itself back out. Now I love the fact that this has gone really deep and dark. It's like, ooh, hello, what's going on here? I love it. So I'm hoping by the end of today, of this live, this will have dried off enough for me to properly show you, or for me to back it anyway. Let me do it that way. And as you can see, it's not gone through the back, but it's warped just because of the textured paste. So it's not down to the card, it's the product I've put onto it, because I use this card day in, day out, and it's just down to that textured paste. So starting to play now, starting to drop down, which is great. Let me just say, I've probably got blue splats all over there now. Well, that's actually moving really well. Okay, I'm just mindful of that because it is still a little bit dampy. So let me just give it another blast. Now the only thing I'm finding with the texture paste, depending on which product you're using, if I'm using Andy's Cosmic Shimmer product, it dries really quickly, no problem at all. If I'm using other products, then I am finding it's taking longer to dry. So this is where your trial and test and all that comes into effect, if I'm honest with you. So don't be shy to try it out on different bits and pieces. And this is why I knew this, you know, will warp slightly, but that's down to the product holding it on there. But look at that, absolutely fabulous. Now I want to attempt to anyway put that flower skirt in now. So what did I do with the textured paste? I've got it here, a big blob of that. I'm going to let that dry there because we ain't finished with that yet. Okay, so I am now going to put, that's maybe that should be enough, I think. And I'm going to keep it white, I'm hoping, but then knowing me, I've probably got dinkles everywhere and it's going to turn blue. But I'll up there, move that over there. Hopefully everyone can see. Yes, I think you all can. So I am now just going to get my little palette tonight. Now there's loads of different ones you can use. I am going to turn it upside down. And what I'm doing is I'm looking for where that beautiful flow of the stamp was. Now I'm going to do it quite sort of loosely for the petals. And just so I've used it roughly as a guide. Now let me just be a little bit more precise to do the justice to that lovely stamp. Okay, and I'm just going to pop it there, pop it upside down so I can see what I'm doing because I'm upside down. Yeah, so I'm going to go about here now. So I'm not too worried about this bit at the minute, but I just want to bring the idea of the petals, and then I can go back in and just play around with that petal shape. So I can put some more on, and then you can go some different depth in. Now if you don't want to emboss it and you don't want to add textured pasting, then all you need to do is, you know, paint it in, put your watercolor pencil, whatever you actually want to do go for it, you know. So all I'm doing around now, this is a smooth medium, so I can pull this around, well, obviously until it dries anyway, and then when it dries it's rock hard. And I love just the different amounts of depth that you can get. Now, before I get too carried away, because I do get carried away with this stuff, I tell you, crumbs, I really do. Really, really, really do. Right, I just want to now just get a brush, and let me just put that there a minute. Now, I'm using quite an old brush. Let me find one that's sort of a bit tatty. That one will do. And I've got myself a little bit of water there. Now, I'm going to put that there. And all I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a bit more water back on my brush. And I want to sort it now. Already I can see we've got we've got those lovely brushos sort of doing their thing now. So I'm just going to pull this around and add different layers to these petals to then justify and complement the stamp. I mean, if you are crafty with material and stuff, if you got like the Tallulah, whatever it's called, I don't picking now, but the netting, that would look absolutely stunning. You know, it's that lovely pink flowered netting. I think that would look bossing on there. Let me just give it a little bit of a blast off. Then I have to do a little bit of light pink, just a bit of translucent on there. Maybe. So already you see how it's curling again. That moisture pulls on the card, but it's okay. It moves with it as well, so it's not going to crack. And that's, you know, something I'm happy about that. So a different context there. Now I want to add just a little bit of depth, and I'm going to get some of the cold steel. I don't want it to be too heavy. I'm only going to put a bit on there with a bit of water, but I'm just going to go in with a brush because I just want to do some sort of stroke so it looks like sort of like a gathered skirt sort of effect. Let me just find something I can utilise. That maybe that will do. Yes, maybe. So let me just put a little bit of water. Now this is still wet, so you know, please, it's not going to be, oh goodness me, that's just gone away, you know. Play around with it. I will move this around. I'm just going to get it over while I can. There we go. Right, so now because this will move, because it's still not dry, you can now sort of play around with it. And I can, let me just put some more water on, so I can really dampen this down if I want to. I can put white over this, which I've done many a time, just to pull in a different depth. So this is like an undercoat as such. So don't be shy to add colour to these pastes, because I think they're absolutely brilliant. As clearly as I'm sort of just having like really crazy moments, as you do. Let's have that on there, that on there. There we go. Sorted. So now then, so while that's still wet, I'm going to use this one. So the bleed proof white is really thick, as in like it ain't coming out that pot sort of thing. And this is what I like about this, because a little on your brush goes a long way. Now I just want to put it sort of here and there, just to add a little bit of sort of highlight or a bit of a flurry. Just add your brush strokes in if that's what you want to do. There we go. Let me just bring that down. So I'm going to bring this down because we've got that the wow is there as a resist. I can actually, there we go, look at that. I can move that around. So that's now, look at that, how that's gone. Now I want to put on some more of the flower, so I'm going to go another layer. Layers, layers, layers. Now I love, like I say, this flower dance set. We've used this beautiful one here, and I think I just want something around here, and I'm going to go possibly something along these lines here. And I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So what I want to do is I just want to stamp this out. Hi Pauline, Dawn, Andrew, hope you're well, sweetheart. Lovely seeing you here tonight. So now I am going to use black, and that's just to bring, for one, for you to see what I'm doing, and for two, I'm going to I'm probably just going to do some really random stamping now. So there's not going to be, oh, you can see this and you can see that. I want to do it where we're overlapping. We're making a mess. Yeah, you know me, I love a bit of mess. I like a bit of depth in different ways. Yeah. And I think as we've just got this little area here, on that balance on that corner with the flowers, I just want to bring them down. I want to see whether or not I can just get a bit around here, because it's still a little bit wet. Yeah, okay, interesting. And then I'm just going to bring it around here maybe, and I'm going to bring that there, and then I can then overlay again. Let me just, where's my cloth gone? That'll do. There we go. I'm being ever so good tonight, dear me. I've had an headache all through today. I need to be taking more water on board, especially with it being such a nice day. It's dead easy to forget to have a drink of water, unless you're drinking, well, unless you're, coffee, tea, alcohol. But yeah, I've sort of lost myself a bit today. Naughty me and all that. So, I mean, again, you could use another stencil over the top and do an overlay and do it that way. But I am going to keep in with the pattern, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get me some pan pastels. So this is a good old proper mixed media piece, and I'm just going to use the white just so it brings together now. I mean, this is like proper sort of abstract. What am I looking for? Where's me stencil? There you are. There you go. Right then, so let me just put that out the way. I've never known so much messing on my life. Good Lord. Well, I have. I'm always messy. Right, let me put that paste over there. Let me move that out the way, that's for sure. Let's put that there. Right, okay. Here we go. So, I'm going to do white. And I'm just taking that darker layer out, and then we've just got that little bit of kiss of like a flower effect, which would complement the flowers. See, when you look at this, you've got overlapping circles, but there's so much you could pull out of this piece now if you just play around with different stencils, different layers, different colours. You can really build off it. I'm just going to do a bit of white here as well, I think. And it's only very light, but that you don't need a vast amount to sort of give. But if you're a very sensual person, this is still wet, so I'm not going to bother touching that. But this is dry now. Then you've got your pan pastels here. I mean, you can just start to work it in little areas. Let me just, we just pull a bit over here and there maybe. Or we could put a bit of gold on there. Again, it's your choice. I'm just giving you ideas of carnage and mess. Love it. Let me just pop a little bit up along this edge so we just bring it together. There we go. So that's something totally different. You've got a dancing lady, hence the flower dance. So that's, let me just put that back there. Let me put the lid on these. There we go. I need to start using things a lot more. I love my pan pastels. Right, so I need to stop creating mad things with textured paste. That's what I need to stop doing. So you got those lovely ones there. Right, so I'm going to put that over to dry, but look at the colours. Total different sort of interest, very mixed media, very brash, very in your face, but it's got that beautiful image. And if you didn't want to add textured paste on, you'd have that image. And then, you know, let me just put a little bit of, I'll tell you what, let's put a bit of this down. Let's ground her. Let's just pop her there. So this is just a broad uni ball. Yep. So let me just put a little bit of water on the brush. So just remember, everything moves until it dries. Once it's dry, it's dry. So let me just, there we go. So you can move it so it actually goes into the piece. Let's bring it down here. Actually, you know what I've just said? This is the thing now, I'm going off tangent. So let me just get some of Andy's Tuscan teal. And you see, I've just thought about that there. I'm now thinking to myself, let me just put, you see, I love just the way colour can bounce. You know, sometimes when you've just got that little bit of drastic, bam, dark contrast of colour. Love it. So let me just get a little bit of water. Again, here we go. Just want it to run through there. Yes. And it's just, all it's doing now is following the pattern. So let me just, oh, perfect. Look at that. Look at that. That's it. I don't want it going anywhere else. Let's get that off. There we go. Perfect. So that just from me grounding it, and then there's another spark of craziness. Yeah, again, I don't know. I'm going to leave that there because I quite like that splash effect. So let me just dry this off. And see, now, or just holding it down, it will actually start to take its shape again. So the card doesn't stay out of shape for long. You've just got to sort of have a little patience with it. Especially when I keep drowning textured paste with water. Oh dear me. But somebody's got to do it, I suppose. So I like the fact now that we've got the dark, the light, the dark. But if you wanted it lighter, put some white on it. You can brush it over, pop it onto where that lovely pattern of that stencil goes through. So let's put that over there. Let me just give that a quick done. There you go. So let's put that over there out the way. I'm going to let that dry. And then let's have a little look. So I've got a little bit of textured paste there. Let's put that over there. Where was that? Okay, let's have a look at this then. So is this dried? Oh, it has, you know. Well, damp in places. Let me just rub that off. There you go. So, like it. So I love the pattern. Now I want to just say, if we put through another contrasting colour. Oh, this green's gorgeous. Look at that. Okay. Oh, crumbs. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, hey. It's trying to escape. Mind you, I don't blame it, to be fair, when I'm about. It's the safest thing, is trying to escape. Right then. Oh, look at that. Wow. Very intense. Look, glitter overload. Good job my mum's downstairs. So, it's just a layer. So all I want to do now is just see, oh, this is going to be like on here. Let's have a look. There we go. Now what I've thought, oh, that's better. Swirling on. Now I've still got that little bit of textured paste here. And I've got a bit of colour here as well. So I'm actually going to just blend this sort of steel colour of Andy's into it. And I know Andy's colours go very, very well in the textured paste. And then I'm just going to just put another texture over that. I want to show you just the way that you can change things so very quickly by just putting layers on and layers and layers. So I'm going to put some acrylic paint on this in a second. Maybe go for a bit of a rusty blue rough look, maybe. So we've got glitter under there. Yeah, okay. Quite like that. So that's encased that lovely bit, and I've still got a little tiny bit. I'm going to put that in there because it's drying. Right, so colours. What colours will I put on there now? So if I'm thinking rusts and stuff, let's have a look. I'm going to put a little bit of that blue on. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do them. Right, so my go-to colours. Turquoise blue, coffee bean, French mustard, a London brick. Now, I'm going to start. Now, this is dry. Let me just give it a little blast. I might even add just a little. No, actually, right, not yet. Not yet, not yet, not yet. I'll see how it looks first. Right, so let me have a look for. Is it totally off the cuff? Can't even find the colour. Right, so I've got a bit of acrylic paint. Let me just. That'll do. Light blue, duck egg, or whatever you want to call it. It's a colour. So what I want to do first of all, so this is acrylic paint, and I'm just not doing anything any fantastic or anything like that. I'm just putting a light colour just over. I'm putting a bit of texture into it with the brush, stipple it here and there. Don't be shy to sort of play around. Your brush will clean. Use an old brush. These are my old brushes. Can never have too many brushes. Right, so let me just there we go. I don't want to lose the clean that off because that's cost me a small fortune. Right, so and put that in the water. Here we go. So we've got wet textured paste. I'm just putting a bit of brown there for now. I am going to put water on it, as you do. So this is Pink Frog Grey Board 2mm. Let me just bring that down and around. Now, depending on the look you want to go for, I want proper grunge. And this will give it. So do not be shy to move. Now, London Brick is a fabulous colour. So I'm just going to put that just here and there so it can move around with that texture that I've just put on. Yep. I'll put a bit here maybe. Yes, perfect. And then we've got French mustard. Just bits here and there just to give that little bit of colour. Now, depending, I'm going to put some blue on. You've got to have blue into this. Why not? Because although I like the bit of white space here and there, I personally like to just have a bit of craziness to it. Now, to me, I love that. And that might not be everyone's cup of tea. But for me, this is why we're all different as crafters. Let me just dry that off a little bit. And let me just dab. Because I don't want a mess. But I do want the movement. There we go. I'm liking that. So, hi Dawn, Pauline, Marja. Hope you're all well. And the best thing now is I like the fact of how the sort of, when you've stippled it, it gives you such a different like a different contrast. So there is glitter under there. There's all sorts. So don't ever be shy to think to yourself, oh, what we're doing. Well, I never have any idea what I'm doing. I just do it. And this is where I'll look now and think to myself, I want to add another bit of something now. Because we've got a lot of water on that, and this is grey board, it will warp slightly, but it will go back into shape once it's dry. So, you know me, tell you as it is. I'm just going to pop another little bit. Just want a bit of depth around here and here. Just a little around here. So, again, little now a smidgen. Do. Yeah. So I'm like the way that's now running through the stencil. And if you were just doing it with colours, you wouldn't have that. And this is what I like about using the textured paste. Don't be shy to allow it to move around and to do different things. I've got no control over this, but I know that you use the right colours, you're going to get a really nice earthy piece, you know, rusty, grungy, and then you can go and stick all your nice stuff on top of it, and all your pretties and all the rest of it. So it just depends on the sort of stuff you like now. So I'm just going to move that around with my finger a bit. There we go. That's it. And again, you could put a resin on this if you wanted to. You could put some gold leaf onto it. You could put anything you like on. But look at the depth on that now. Let's just give that another little blast off up here. Let's do that there. I just want to do one more quick one for you guys. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Fabulous. I just love the depth in that. Hopefully you're enjoying that as well. So I'll just show these guys on here because it seems that everyone's gone quiet. It reminds me of Tales of... Oh, we're back on Tales of the Unexpected. So you can tell my Facebook hasn't uploaded. So I don't even know if anybody's still there. Fabulous. I'll just talk to myself. I always win the conversation. But yeah, so there you go. So I know you guys are still on Facebook. So I am really liking that. I love the way that that's gone there. Really nice. And I'm just getting that bit of glitter through now. So let me just move that around a bit. So now we've got a different texture underneath. So can you just see that now, how that glitter's just coming through? So don't be shy to move things around. So we've got a bit of glitter down here. And honestly, your layers are there for a reason. You might not think you see them, but the more you mess around with it, the more them come through. So, I mean, if you had that on a smaller version, that would be lovely mounted in that. But then again, you know, there's so many different things you could do with it, with the grey board. You know, you can cut it out. You can put it into shapes. Again, it's world's your oyster with it. So I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to put that over here with my lovely lady. She's doing all right, actually. Let me just give you a quick catch-up. She's doing okay. Things are drying off. Very nice. Yep, she's looking okay. Voila. I just love the movement. I love it. Okay, so let me just quickly then, let me just move these out the way and then let us now have a look at... Let's put that down there, put that there and put that there. Things always have to go back in the place. Right, let's have a look. Let's turn this over. It's a bit better. It's sort of white in places. Okay, so let's have a look. Now, the other lovely... Look at this. How gorgeous is this? So this is Folk Garden. Right, so let's just pop that into there. Now, I mean, the bee there, the cat. Wow. Now, let me just have a look at this a second. Would that fit? I mean, that would fit just... Oh, my gosh. Let's just have a play with that. Now, I've used that as a... That's got ink on it, so I'll use that one. Let me just grab another one. Let's have a look. The joys of having 20 million... Oh, God, that looks a bit riffy. It'll do that. There we go. This cat is divine. So let me just see. Again, let's just pop this open. Let's have a... Oh, yeah. There we go. Fabulous. Beautiful stamp. Let's pop you on there, my little munchkin. So I am going to use black Nocturne. And obviously it's a juicy pad. Thank goodness. If you didn't have a juicy pad and you're doing something large like this with a lot of area to cover, if you had one of those, you know, what's gone on there? Let me just have a look at that. Oh, there we go. Yeah. We had a little bit of gunk on that. So that's, I suppose that says check your stamps. Never been used, never been off there. But you never know what residues are on these when you get them. You know, companies, when they do the stamps, sometimes they don't come out clean, you know, so you will get little bits here and there. But yeah, that's the joy of looking what you're doing. especially when you look at the pattern, you know, there wasn't that bit there, so you knew it wasn't supposed to be there. Okay, this could go bang perfect or terribly wrong on the squiff. So let's see if I can actually get this in the right place. Okay, so I'm going to drop it. There, it's gone. There you go. Okay, let's have a look. Now, I suppose the thing is, with you not using one of them contraptions where you go up and down, up and down, up and down, is you've got to have your first one has got to be a clean, you know, because that's where, you know, you've got those lovely devices where you can stamp and re-ink and stamp bang, and it's bang in the same place, and you get the most blackest of images. I ain't got time for that. So if this doesn't give a clean image, it's not going to be the stamp, it's going to be me. It's plain and simple, really. So let's have a look then. Let's see if we've got a nice clean. Way. Right then, so just little patches here and there, which I'm not too worried about because we can do a nice little background on that. Let me get something that resembles. So now I know that when it comes for me to reuse this, I've just got to give this a really good rub over just to get any residue. Well, I've got ink into it now, as you can clearly see. And that's off that lovely, what's it? There you go. That's all good. I can wash that. I'll put that over there because I know I'm going to have to wash that. Right, so how gorgeous is that though? Just for that on its own right as a card. And then you've got these lovely, there is beauty in simplicity. How true is that? I mean, yeah, let's put that there because that is bang. Can you just imagine doing multiples of that card? That would be absolutely stunning. Right, I need another. Hi Tracy, Debs, Jackie. Hope you're well. I'll tell you what, we'll use this one. Let's see how level I can get this. So that doesn't even look level. There we go. Okay. There we are. Right, so let's have a look at that. Okay. So, can anybody tell me, is my YouTube working or is it still having a moment? Is there anybody there? Because I might have to go into settings and have a look because I've been trying to sort out Pink Frog settings. I could have quite easily have done something on my settings and not realised it. So if somebody can just give me a heads up to say, yes, it's working or they can hear me, it would be very helpful. It would be very helpful if somebody could talk to me on YouTube. Let's have a look. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Oh, look at that. How gorgeous is that? I need to put a little bit of colour on. I do like black and white. But I reckon just a little bit of light colour would be absolutely perfect. Right then. I'll tell you what, let me just get that stamp there. Right, so we're talking to you on YouTube too. Oh, are you? Okay. I can't. It's all right. Obviously, the comments aren't playing ball for me. Then that's as long as I know it's working. Thanks, Debs. Appreciate you letting me know, my sweetie. Appreciate it. So I'm sorry if I'm missing comments then on YouTube. I clearly can't see them. But it's all right. That's about my effort today. Oh dear me. Oh goodness me. So, folk garden, flower dance, delightful, absolutely delightful. I mean, look how simple was that. Gosh, I do need to put a little bit of. Only something very faint, nothing major. I think Victorian velvet would go nice actually. Let's just like I said, just something light. Something. Oh, sorry, knocking you guys about. I'm always blooming knocking you guys about, and I do apologise. I just want a little bit of. The only thing is, you just want a little bit of background, but nothing too heavy. Could have done antique linen, one of my favourite colours, which I probably might actually just hit that actually. But it did look nice as black and white. But you know me, I'm always going to put a bit of colour in somewhere, but just to show you guys. I'd probably say if I was doing these as a batch, I probably would have left it as let me get antique linen as black and white. Very clean looking card. and then I've just gone and done that to it, so apologies. Oh, no, that one, I think, let's have a look. Will that do? Let's see. Let me see. Oh, yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, okay, I quite like that. That's better. And then we'll put some, I think we'll put a bit of bleach through this, just to lift a different aspect into it. Very nice, very nice. Just put a little dash in of this through. Just want the corners. That's better. So you know me, I'm all about layers and just making sure that, let's splatter that now. Let's put that over there. Water everywhere. Let's have a look. See, I don't know whether to do water or to, let me investigate. See, sometimes I think water's just a bit too boring. But I do like it, to be fair. So let me just what's going on with that? Maybe. Let's have a look. Couldn't resist. I just needed to put a little bit of something else into it. You know, like when you think like old paper, when it's got that little bit of a contrast of blue running through it. I do love that. There are certain colours that you just look at and you just know their place on a card. I must admit. Oh, this looks so cute. I don't have to put a little bit of, oh dear me, here we go. Where's that blinking? There we go. Let's try that out. Right. Okay. Ink, like I say, Naughty Lisa is mixing her brushes. Naughty Lisa says, well, I won't. Ink, oxides, ink. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. If I'm going to be a rebel, I might as well be a good one, hadn't I? I can see some of you guys now just turning, going, oh my God, she's doing it again. Oh, Naughty Lisa. Yep, Naughty Lisa. Right then, I'm going to use bleach this time. I want to see what this bleach is out like. Well, while I'm just playing, you know, and this is where my experimentations start, you see. So, obviously with ink, I want to see how it pulls through. I want to see I've got a nice pink breakdown now. Lovely. Yeah, okay, I quite like that. So, tickety boo. More boo than tickety. Right then, let's have a little dab off with that. And a little bit of lightness, that'll do. So the thing that I like about the bleach is it'll break down all your layers. And you got that pink coming through. Your pink, your brown will break down into that pink structure, which I love. Absolutely love. I think it's great when you can just see all the different colours, how it breaks down and goes through. And if you want to layer it again, obviously the white's there. Allow the bleach to dry, and then you can put more colours on without them disappearing on you, because obviously you've just put bleach on. So if you wanted to be really good, you'd go over just those little areas here and there, and you'd just pull it up. But to be fair, I think that looks really cute now. The black and white, the monotone was lovely, but you know me, I've got to play around. I wanted to see what the ink looks like with that bleach running through it. It's answered my question. My brushes are still alive, they haven't disintegrated, mixing oxides and ink together. Again, fabulous. So let's have a look at this. So let me just get a bit of white card. Let me venture over yonder. Holdy hiddly doodahs. Let's have a look. I'm going to get a brown bit of backing card for starters. Let's have a look. There we go. So let me think about it now. If I have, what What's that? Is that Pinky Froggy? Let's have a look. That will do for me. Right, so if I went like so, that would actually come out quite nice, to be fair. So I think I will matte and layer that in that sort of way with the brown to bring out the colours, the blue, etc. So yeah, those are what we've done today. I am going to call it a day because I'm shattered, if I'm honest with you. However, these are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I love the stencil, I love the stamps. Let me just quickly go over them again for you, which are the Funky Fossil Folk Alphabet, the Flower Dance, and the Folk Garden. I love the Folk Garden, it's fabulous. So, and then you've got a lovely array of these beautiful, beautiful stencils. So you've got that lovely circles, you've got the flowers, and then you've got these lovely layered. Absolutely love them. I need to get those out and get the colours on them, especially the bird ones. They're gorgeous. And this with the pattern, yeah, with the layers. So, now, as far as I'm aware, they are being released. So keep an eye out. Sarah will post them. I know she's not very well at the minute, so I've probably given you a sneaky peek, as you do. So if they're not on there and she's not posted stuff out, then obviously they're not there yet, but they will be coming along soon. Beautiful stamps. Oh, I'll tell you what I have forgot. Oh, crumbs. Let me just dear with me. How could I forget this? Oh, because I was just thinking, oh, that would be nice. Look at this. I'm going to quickly show you these because I want to do something proper. You know, when you look at these, I mean, let me do it this way so you can actually see. Look at the detail. I mean, just look at the colours. Look at the vibrancy on these. How gorgeous are these? Wow. Wow. I mean, just look at that. Absolutely stunning. Can you just, I mean, look at that. If you can imagine. Wow. I mean, oh yeah, like I said, my mind's gone into overdrive, as you do, but I mean, just look at these. Beautiful, beautiful, absolutely stunning papers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. She's done us proud there. Absolutely to die for. Absolutely. So, like I say, if they're not listed yet, you've got a sneaky peek. But they're absolutely gorgeous to work with, to play with. Play around with some textured paste. I mean, just look how that's dried now. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. So, play, play, play. Be creative. Get some water involved. Get your embossing stuff out, you know. That they absolutely go down gorgeously. Whether you do it with the ink, like a Nocturne, and then put your embossing stuff on. Or you just get your your Versamark. Voila. I'll get it right in a minute. They're all Versa something, isn't they? Right. Versa. You can tell I'm tired. Right, so I love how this has ended up. I'm going to matte and lay this. I'm going to post this one out. But, I mean, just look at these. How gorgeous. 2 stamps, and that's it. Look at that. An A5. There's your A5. Yeah. Pink Frog, super smooth. 300 GSM. Voila, card. All you got to do is make an envelope and then out of some 120 GSM Pink Frog paper. Perfect heavyweight. Perfect for an envelope. Get one of them silly contraptions, Bob's your uncle, or make it, do it round, fold it over, bang, done. Very, very easy. Very easy. Such an effective, beautiful collection with the stencils. I mean, just look at all this, how it all complements in different ways. So, and I can't wait to play around with these papers. I mean, they're just absolutely to die for. Beautiful, beautiful. 36 pages, 12 designs, 190 GSM. Absolutely stunning. I'll just give you a flick through again of that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, I hope you've enjoyed this. And like I say, I'll get this matte and layered. I'll get it posted out. But play around. Don't be shy to have a go. while I'm just doing a few shout outs and stuff like that, I have got a Shopify shop now. And that's got all the grey board stuff in there for you to buy. It's all available. I'm going away next week, so the last orders, I'm going to say you need to get them in by Sunday of this week, or you'll have to wait until I return back. But if your orders are placed, then there's no problem there. We're at the Lincoln show this Sunday. Can't wait to see everybody. I'm bringing stuff up with me. I don't want to ruin stuff. I'll be bringing these little people with me. How gorgeous are those? They will be for sale. Bring some pennies with you. I mean, look at that. How, honestly, absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. Hi. I mean, what could you name them? And like I mean, look at these. Hey, what we're saying, I don't know, about 8 quid, 10 quid, stuff like that, you know, or two for whatever. I don't know. But anyway, there'll be plenty of offers on. So come and see me at Lincoln Show. I'll be with Nigel, Nice Crafting. And then the next show I'm going to be at will be at Birmingham Motorcycle Museum. Get yourself on my Shopify shop. Goodness me, if I had teeth, they'd have fell out then. And then apart from that, I'm at a Nets at Crafty Corner once a month. And that we're doing some fabulous journal stuff and boxes and things like that. So thank you so very much for joining me this evening. I've thoroughly enjoyed creating. This is going to look lovely mounted. I might just run a little bit of gold or something around that. But yeah, I love the way that she's ended up with the texture. That's actually dried lovely now, to be fair. I might just draw some very delicate petal definition into that. So, but yeah, have fun, everybody. I'm going to love and leave you. So let me just say, I'm a Brummie. I'm a Black Country girl, Natalie. Black Country, as you do. It's got to be done, eat. All right, mush. That's the stuff. So have fun. Enjoy. I'm hoping that everything went well with YouTube now. If not, I'll look into my settings. So let me know on that one. So pop yourselves over onto the Shopify shop. Give me a thumbs up, which would be good. Subscribe, like, share, all the normal gobbledygook. Yeah. So I will see you all soon. So I'm back tomorrow with Pink Frog, 4 till 5. And I'll be doing this beauty, but different. I never repeat my work. So I will be using the daisy and the foliage set with Pink Frog. They're going to have offers on. They're also going to have offers on the grey board as well. So tune in 4 till 5 on the Pink Frog page on Facebook. And I'll be going live to show you some craftiness then. So I'll see you tomorrow if you're about. So I'm just going to demount you guys. See you all later. Love you all. Toodle pips.